With Cicero joining the fold and the more approachable family members lending her a number of cold, blank stares, Zega begins to feel a creeping uncertainty towards the gang of psychopaths she'd thrown herself in with. She may have brought suffering to a great number of people since her arrival in Skyrim, but never like this. In facing her sense of regret, a new feeling begins to wash over Zega, one that had crept into her heart many a cold winter night as Inigo hummed songs of Khajiit folklore. While the two companions warmed their bones by the fire, she'd felt an unfamiliar bond of friendship toward the kind Khajiit, and an atmosphere of acceptance emanating from the merry bunch of vagabonds known as the Thieves' Guild. The guild may not be the richest, wisest, nor the most powerful faction, but they were Zega's friends. They were accepting of her quirks, her weaknesses, her skooma addiction, and they'll surely be willing to overlook her newfound fangs. Zega decided to return to the only place she ever truly felt at home in Skyrim, the Thieves' Guild. Strangely enough, she starts to wonder, maybe she can inspire some positive change through her pickpocketing, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, perhaps. Only one way to find out. Welcome to another episode of the Misadventures of a Skooma Addict. I want to thank the Investigamer for today's suggestion. Yeah, I think, it makes sense that Zega would be having some second thoughts about the Dark Brotherhood. It seems like there's some power plays going on here, that this crew is a little more disheveled than she thought it would be, and the arrival of Cicero maybe teetering on the edge of a coup or something. So Zega decides that she certainly does feel at home in Riften, and certainly does feel a bond of kinship closer with the Thieves Guild than anyone else. So she decides that that's exactly what she's going to do. Let me see here. Got it. Okay. So we are going to travel our way to Riften. Meet with Maven Blackbriar. Now, Zega is none too happy about having to meet with Maven Blackbriar. She figures that there's going to be more thuggery in her future working for a woman like that, but then Zega remembers that one of the best ways to get to know the quirks of a person is to work for them. And, given her newfound skills and as an assassin, she might be able to help take care of Maven Blackbriar, maybe depose her. But first, she's going to have to swallow her pride and speak with the woman.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
She
Yeah.
certainly doesn't
What's
want
your
to
problem?
return to the guild without having completed, anything. So she decides to take care of Maven Blackbriar's job before returning back to the guild.
So you're the one. You don't look so impressive.
Do you believe what they're saying? Do you
How about we skip the conversation?
You're a firebrand, aren't you?
If it's true.
It's about time Brynjolf sent me someone with business sense.
we do?
I was beginning to think he was running some sort of beggars guild over there.
You have no faith in the guild.
Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area.
I love when you spin that yarn.
Well, you won't have that problem with me.
I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Hunningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly.
Just shut up and drink.
Where do I begin?
Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Macius. He'll fill you in on all the details.
Who runs the show at Haunting Brew Meadery?
Some layabout named Sabjorn. Been a thorn in my side for the last few years now.
Sabjorn seems to be more than just friendly competition.
Not a day goes by that I don't regret letting Sabjorn get as far as he did. In only a few short years, he's taken that bile he calls mead to market, and a chunk of my profits with it. I can't imagine where he found the gold to take it to market so quickly.
So get rid of him, and he's no longer a threat.
Exactly. With Sabjorn in prison, his meadery will be forced to close. Then I swoop in and take over the place. No more competition.
Why strike now?
The Golden Glow estate job has undoubtedly interrupted the supply of honey I need to make my mead. Sabjorn could use this interruption to his advantage and collect a larger share of the market. I can't have that.
Bromlin, I've been meaning to speak.
Right.
One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this
four
job,
cases
and you
short.
will be
Again.
sorry.
What do you say? You think I had something to do with that? I'm not accusing you of anything.
Zega is...
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win
For
a
your sake,
staff?
I hope you're right.
maybe
Because
some
if
other
it is
time.
you,
Zega never one to turn down a drinking contest. May return at some point and do just that.
And what might you need?
But for now, she decides to head to Whiterun. But before that, she remembers back to when she first arrived at Skyrim, first escaped the dragon. She remembers the Nord that she was with mentioning something about Whiterun, but also mentioning something about someone that she should go talk to in that little kind of hick town of Riverwood. So she decides to make her way there, seeing as that it's on the way to Riverwood, or to Whiterun. So on our way to Riverwood we go. Yeah, Zega is none too happy about having to work for someone like Maven Blackbriar. But once again, like I said, maybe being in her good graces will allow Zega some opportunity to strike at some point in the future. Let's see, before the storm. We're supposed to talk to a woman named Girder.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I can tell him.
It's like Girder's asleep. We can wait. Looks like she's gone to work, or whatever it is that she does.
We are keeping fit.
Are we? Feels like we're kind of sitting in a computer chair playing a video game, but whatever you say, Inigo.
Is it just me, or is the sky bigger here?
Oh, Girder?
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook?
How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see Whiterun on its hill as you pass the falls.
You have any supplies I could take?
Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Let's see, we'll take your amethyst, some potions of healing. The rest of this you can
There is
keep.
something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Okay. So seeing as how we're heading to Whiterun anyway to advance our Thieves Guild quest, this is a good two-bird, one-stone situation. Zega decides to creep out wait till night, feed before she makes the trip to Whiterun. She hides along the palisade here and finds some shadows to wait in. So a lot of people, there was a pretty big discussion about whether I'm going into enough detail about things and whether I'm role-playing things correctly. This was never meant to be a strict role-play kind of experience. It was more of a cooperative storytelling opportunity. If it seems like Zega...
Lightning are very, very frightening. It is a good thing I am brave.
Yes, it is. That is a good thing, Inigo. It's more of a collaborative story that we're all telling together. So Zega seems like she's swinging wildly from place to place. Well, that just kind of reflects the different things that people want to see from Zega, and I'm strangely happy and okay with that. Should we go into Hod and Girder's house and feed on one of them? Is anybody asleep? Doesn't look like it.
You need to leave.
Okay.
You need to leave.
I'll leave. Your wife gave me the key, man. Well, that didn't turn out well. What time is it? Let's wait a little longer here. We definitely do need to feed, though, before we head out of this little town. That is for sure. But, I understand, too, people's desire to have me go into more in-character kind of, let's see if Sven and Hilda are asleep here. I think we've fed on these folks before. Let's see here. Let's feed on Sven this time. Nice and full there. Now we can head to Whiterun under cover of darkness with a full belly. Seems like a good plan. But I kind of like, I kind of like the collaborative nature, and they're really, like, there was a big discussion about if I should be more professional with the assassinations, and I guess my question is why? We're not living in a world where there are, forensic investigators taking fingerprints off of arrow shafts and stuff. I mean, if somebody finds a beggar's body with an arrow in its back outside of town in the morning, very few people are going to go looking very far for that. The same goes for a mine boss or a paranoid old man living outside of a mill. It seems to me like these assassinations... Seems to me that these assassinations are done...
They have stopped moving.
These assassinations are meant to send a message. And I think you want the bodies found, so... I think if, the mission calls for it, Zega can certainly be stealthy, but... I think also... Zega's capable. Now, which way am I supposed to be heading here? Just straight ahead, I suppose, from here. Zega's also more than capable of just putting an arrow in somebody's back and letting them be found face down in the snow the next day. It's like a line of Imperial troops leading a prisoner. Zega, of course, wanting nothing to do with that. Seeing what may be the outskirts of the area that Whiterun is in. fact, seeing the very tall building in the background there. Oh, what is that? It's like a giant is attacking here.
I'm gonna kill you.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
What? You didn't look like you needed help.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
What is a shield brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Sounds like a waste of time. I don't know. Zega not interested in joining them per se, but feels like this is a little harsh. But we gotta go with it.
Well, nobody asked you. If you think you're better than we are, go talk to Kodlak Whitemane. See what a warrior of true metal is like.
Well, okay. Zega, feeling that she has plenty of brothers and sisters now that she's a member of the Dark Brotherhood, not really in need of any others. It's like the stables here. So Zega can't help but feel a measure of concern after seeing what the dragon did to Helgen. And not that she feels any particular kinship towards Riverwood, but she does think that people in high places need to know that there's at least one dragon flying around out there, and maybe prepare. After all, Zega can't make any money in Skyrim if it's all burnt to shit. So she decides to make a visit to the Jarl, and then make a visit, well, to the other person she was sent here to see, my Maven Blackbriar.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
That was easy enough. Zega figures that the large, gaudy tower that she could just make out through the rain must be the place where she's supposed to head, so onward to it. Wow. I think this is certainly the biggest and, well, most Nordish town that she's visited. Certainly a big imposing castle here, this Dragon's Reach. She decides to make her way inside. Well, maybe not. Do I have my cowl on? No. There we go.
What would you have me do then? Nothing? My lord, please.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
The Imperials were about to execute Ulfric Stormcloak, then the dragon attacked.
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
So Zega certainly smelling the opportunity for some coin here on the side. This is one of the richest men in Skyrim, after all.
Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
All right, where am I going? What am I fetching?
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Anything you can tell me about Bleak Falls Barrow?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
How do you know this stone tablet is even in Bleak Falls Barrow?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
All right.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balbruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Well, we've been asked to,
I used to be an adventurer like you. And I took an arrow in the...
We've been asked to, head to a barrow, a dungeon, and retrieve some sort of dragon stone from it. But we have, other more pressing business right now. Namely, let's see. Is it this? Yes, the Bannered Mare in Whiterun. Speaking to the man that Maven Blackbriar sent us here to speak to. We'll certainly do that, and I'm sure we'll find ourselves in Riverwood some other time. Zega is a little intrigued, as she has previously thought that her her knowledge of that language may have something to do with the dragons.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Looks like someone back here. Is this our man?
Can't a man drink in peace?
Malus Macius. Maven said you're expecting me.
I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Haunting Brew's owner, Sabjorn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's captain of the guard. And we're going to poison the mead.
You have the poison?
No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabjorn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well. You know what I mean?
So where do I fit in?
You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabjorn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat.
Clever.
Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabjorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work.
How do I get to the brewing vats?
Both of the buildings are connected by tunnels made by the pests infesting the meadery. There's an entrance to it in the basement storeroom of the warehouse that used to be boarded over. I've already removed the boards so the meadery would get infested. That's where you should start.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red.
Let's see.
To Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
What about just going in through the brewery?
Sabjorn keeps that locked up tight. If you can get through that way, go right ahead.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar.
Okay.
Remember, Sabjorn will be needing a helping hand. Make it look good.
Got it.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
So then came clashing and slashing.
So to the brewery. To the Haunting Brewery. See if we can get ourselves an odd job with the Sabjorn.
Send you back to Riverwood. Yes, Housecourt. We'll leave immediately.
It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else. We don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off a dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it.
So Irileth there sending a contingent to Riverwood, which she was asked to do. So the old dump a little rat poison in the mead trick is what we're up to here, it looks like. I don't know if I can survive that fall. I'd rather go the long way. Or maybe not. Let's take a look at our map and see how far away this Haunting Brew meadery is. Not very far at all. Excellent. It is, however, morning time, so Zega's going to be looking to get inside soon. Not a lot of sun today, though, thankfully. So, had a lot of great suggestions this time, as always. A few people wanted Zega to continue down the Dark Brotherhood quest line, and I don't think that we have precluded ever doing that. But I really liked the Investigator's idea of getting back to the Thieves Guild and having Zega, maybe her heartstrings are tugged a little bit for the plight of these people, and she feels a little bit of acceptance from them, maybe.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here?
Something wrong.
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new hunting brew reserved for the captain of the guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined.
I might be able to help.
Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done.
That's the only way I operate.
Well, that's not how I operate, so forget it.
You better, or I yell skeever.
Okay, okay. No need to make rash decisions. Here's half. You get the rest when the job's done.
Fair
My
enough.
only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
How do I permanently clear the vermin?
I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back.
You've got a deal.
Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
Right. This looks like the cellar here. And looks like we've got some skeevers. Some skeever traps here as well. And this might be the tunnel that Malice was talking about. Looks a little spidery down here.
I don't like the tails.
She doesn't like the tails on these skeevers. Yeah. Had a feeling it was a little spidery down here.
Let's get this over with. Hey, broke a nail.
One of those spiders flew about 35 feet. Whoa. Just a trap. Gotta keep an eye out for those. Oh! Almost killed us. Almost, but not quite. Let's use this potion of health here. Hope that heals us up a little. And then let's just really watch the ground, okay? I don't want any more bear traps happening. In fact, I really don't trust myself to not step on one, so let's see here. Oh God, I know we've got some minor healing potions, right? Maybe not. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, let's add that to favorites. Guzzle a few. Some more skeeves. Hamlin, huh?
It's your face. I am bleeding.
Who's Hamlin? Some gold. It's a ring of minor sure grip, some healing potions, some magica potions. Hamlin's journal. Let's read it. 10 years of ridicule, 10 years of imprisonment, 10 years of exile. The children threw rocks and the women spat upon me and the menfolk dragged me into Whiterun's prison. They branded me a danger to their pitiful existence, used words like madman and insane. Could a madman escape the prisons undetected? Could a lunatic establish a laboratory right under their noses? Could a psychopath create a mighty army from the common skeever? My days as an apprenticed alchemist in Winterhold were no better. Those egotistical braggarts couldn't compete with my abilities. Where they fell short, I'd constantly excel. Did they appreciate my genius? Did they relish my contributions? No. My instructors beat me and said I was irresponsible, and the Archmage cast me into the streets like a common beggar. It looks like Hamlin made his way into the tunnels here and was creating a skeever army in the laboratory. So this is the skeever nest here. We were supposed to apply the poison to. 3 thieves. Yay, free sneak. Always helpful. Let's unlock this chest here. See what the crazy man Hamlin was keeping down here in the dark. 6 gold. The sum of his fortunes. Oh. Now let's continue on. Hope that this tunnel gets us to where the brewing vats are. And this is starting to look very, very promising. Did I step on another? God, really gotta watch for those. The boilery. So I need to get up top there. It would appear that I do. There we go. Let's add the secret ingredient to this Haunting Brew mead, shall we? Anything worth taking up here while I'm here? It's like a chest at the very least. Ooh. I have to buy some lockpicks next time I'm in Riften. That's for sure. $1 gold. Awesome. All right. So we have officially not only poisoned the skeevers and discovered a madman living in the basement. Haunting Brew brewhouse key. Just in case we ever need to come back. Let's go let Saviorn know that the job has been finished.
Was something we discussed unclear?
Job's finished.
Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished.
What about my pay?
You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Malice is here to see my handiwork as well.
Well, Saviorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your mead?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Haunting Brew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come now. This is mead, not some wine to be sipped and savored.
by the 8. What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
No, please. I don't understand.
Silence, idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg you, please. This is not what it seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach. We'll see how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
I said, move.
Farewell, Sabjorn.
And that's a job well done, I suppose.
I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften?
I need to get a look at Sabjorn's books.
So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help.
So we got the dresser key. You never mentioned that lunatic living in the tunnels.
I thought it would be better to leave some of the details out of our previous discussion. Didn't want to risk you walking away from the job. Besides, you've done Maven a favor getting rid of him. It saved me from wasting coin hiring someone else to do it later. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
So where... Is there an upstairs area here? Looks like there is. Question is, how do we get there and get a little sneak peek at his books? Up this way, perhaps? Hmm. 5 gold and a promissory note. Sabjorn. Within the enclosed crate, you'll find the final payment. As we discussed, Haunting Brew Meadery should now begin brewing mead at full production. In regards to your concerns about interference from Maven Blackbriar, I can assure you that I'll do everything in my power to keep her assets and her cronies at bay. This is the beginning of a long and successful future for both of us. I'm going to take that as well. And it looks that all we've got to do now is return to Maven and Riften and let her know that the job is done. Her competition has been squashed. And hopefully get on to do some honest thieving now. So we'll do that before we end the episode here. I think we're gonna travel to Iverstead, though, or not Iverstead, to Riverwood on our way. See if we can get some feeding done. Let's wait some time here. Time to visit our favorite old feeding spot here, Sven and Hilda's place. Oh, so close. Are they even in bed yet? Hilda is. belly full of blood. Time to head back to Riften. A lot of people asked, or not a lot of people, but one person in the comments asked how Zega feels about her vampirism. Seems like she just kind of taken to it. And I think that she has a very pragmatic way of viewing it. It's just another monkey she's got to feed. She certainly likes the sense of power that it lends her. And certainly isn't looking for a way to get rid of it. Let's put it that way. She thinks of it as just another scar. You know, she's got a ton of scars from a ton of different kind of encounters. This vampirism is just another something she picked up. So here's Maven.
I trust you have good news for me?
Job's finished, and here's the information you requested.
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol.
You've been in Riften for quite some time.
Yes. I've seen that symbol before, I have.
Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services.
Dagger of Dismay. Alright.
Out of my way.
Well, she has asked us to report to the Thieves Guild. I see no reason why we can't run down there really quickly and say hi to the folks. After all, anything will be better than walking around in this sunlight, that's for sure. Oh, now I went and did it. Fell into the drink. Something tells me that the water flowing through these canals not the cleanest. Not the best. We'll take the Ratway entrance. It was closer to us here. So I suppose we should start examining our options for next time. We've got a few more leads. Of course, we've got the Dark Brotherhood. We've got the Thieves Guild. We've got the Jarl's request, and Zega can't help but think that the payoff for that one will be rich. The Jarl's request to go into that barrow and try and find that ancient dragon stone. Let's see here. Where is the boss when you need him? He's here practicing his archery or watching someone.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him.
Yet very fortunate for Maven.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
The same symbol from Golden Glow was involved.
Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild.
Is there anything that we can do?
Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
All right. So with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and end this episode. The choice of where we go next, what we do next, I leave up to you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And till next time, peace.